words. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, man. So they close it down. We're going to delete that other one. But we first and foremost give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashum, Ha, Rakakodash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will of Yasha Allah being Hebrew for Israel. All right? Going back into it, say just kicked us off the feed, live stream. You know what I'm saying? Why are we pressing so hard, man? Like, people just think, it's just, you got Israelites, you just talk about killing and how you gonna die, etc. Well, we that's not what give us the gas to keep going. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what give us the gas to keep going. It's really when you understand what's going on, that's what the Lord don't promise you. You know what I'm saying? That you won't die, you know? But, okay, when I don't die, now what? Can somebody get pressed towards the mark? I'm pressed towards the mark. You know? The Lord's boundless, man. He got good news coming for his people, man. You know? I think that's, what's that, Romans 10-17?
Philippians 3:14.
How beautiful are the feet of them that preaches glad tidings. You said what?
I got it. It's Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh, of power, and Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Yeah, man. So, we're going to start standing they want to whoop on us. It's hard for them to get to us. You know what I'm saying? You reach him, you got it. In order to get to him, you're going to have to get this one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like,
you know, we ain't out here with that spirit carnal.
It's like battle strategy. You know, like you making your lessons. One ad come up where it's like the game, like the battle game. You like make like a triangle, and like the
formation. Yeah, that's why when the angels come back, they're gonna be in formation. Something else is pressing to it. You know what I mean? Be a part of that order. You know. You know, the child even know this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Folly. One more time on that.
Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of power and Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
So we press forward, man. Like we going harder. You know what I'm saying? What they say when the tough, how did I say it go?
When the going gets tough, the tough gets going.
Yeah, when the going gets tough gets going, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you down, we down 6. You know what I'm saying?
I got that Romans 10-15.
Who gon' that's the beautiful
feet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Romans 10-15. And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Right? So we hold on that real quick. We just eat on this one one time. So one more time on that.
Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of power.
So a mark, break it down. A mark represents what they say, X marks the spot where the treasure is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Lord. That's the Lord. Where do you find the Lord in the scriptures? So we pressing towards where the scriptures say you will get the treasure. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever it is, it's like a GPS system, navigation system, wherever it leads you. It might lead you to a herbal store. You know what I'm saying? It might lead you to, you know what I'm saying, all type of different things. You know? It might lead your ass to not going outside, getting in the midst of the protesting. When Jake's getting slammed on their damn head, you so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Native American Indians and Latinos, man. Right? So you can make it to the, what's the next part after the mark?
It says, I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling.
The prize, you know what I'm saying? So is X marks the spot anywhere other than where the rioting and protesting is going on. You know what I'm saying? The X marks the spot, the mark is anywhere but in that facility, man. It's matter of fact, somebody get the wide is the gate, narrows the way. You know what I'm saying? For many that go therein, Matthew 7.
Matthew 7:13.
Yeah, 7:13. Go ahead on that, Mahar. What's up? Make this thing make sense, man.
Romans 10 and 15. And how shall they preach?
No. Matthew.
Oh, select.
Yeah. Pull up and down. Second, because like I said, we really out here for us, man. It's dead. Esau tell you people lay down, kill yourself. That's what you gonna do. The so-called white man is your God, man. You know, he your God. The Lord tell you to come in and buy. You know what I'm saying? Of that which is free. You know.
All right.
Go ahead.
Matthew 7 and 13.
That's good news.
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So all in all, everybody going in the wide, through the wide gates. They going in through the wide ends, the wide open corners. You know, everybody going to where people protesting.
Yeah, that ain't where the market is. Jake, you don't know. Jake don't have no sense of direction. No justice. They just marching. We gonna march all the way down.
March, and they have no point of intent, no reasoning intent. They don't know what they want. They say they want freedom, but that ain't truly what they looking for, because they don't know what freedom is.
They been dead. Jake be like, why we want to come now? Y'all talk about is killing people and all this other madness. Bring that up, bro.
This Psalms 77, chapter 77, verse 9. It says, hath Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua forgotten to be gracious? Hath he in anger shut up his tender mercies?
Oh man, one more time on that.
This is Psalm 77, chapter 77, verse 9. It says, has Yahweh forgotten to be gracious? Has he in anger shut up his tender mercies?
They like, man, the Lord don't love us, man. Y'all keep talking about, they said that on Birth of a Nation. Keep talking about some whole Gabriel Union wicked ass talking about some, what is God now? You know what I'm saying? Butt hurt.
Super butt.
Because the Lord judged them, you know?
Judged her, too. For real.
You know what I'm saying? So, the Lord, I got a link up. It says, Isaiah 51, and let me make sure it's a good one. Yeah, let me get this. 4. Isaiah 51 and 4. It says, hearken unto me, my people. You know what I'm saying? Who's the Lord's people? You know? Somebody get 1 Kings 8 and start at 14.
8:14.
Yep.
Come on.
Go ahead.
1 Kings 8, in verse 14. And the king turned his face about.
Now, who is this king? This is Solomon, man. Right? An Israelite. A Jew. Go ahead. Of the tribe of Judah, right?
1 Kings 8, chapter and 14. And the king turned his face about and blessed all the congregation of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
Oh, man. Okay, keep going. So we're not dealing with nobody else. Go ahead.
And all the congregation of Israel stood.
So the who's now we need to find out, okay, King Solomon was only dealing with Israel. And the Lord was only dealing with King Solomon. So the Lord was only dealing with, Israel. Which the point we get in this is to find out who's the Lord of the scriptures. Who's the Lord's people. So you're going to keep going and it's going to tell you, man. But who are Israelites? Who are the Israelites? So-called Native American Indians, so-called blacks, aka Negroes, and so-called Latinos, man, or Hispanics. You're the Israelites. Because the Israelites, in the last days, they lost who they were. They're oppressed, and they're made the mocking of all the earth, man. You got Israelites walking around, you know what I'm saying, with Edomites. Go ahead, keep going. Go ahead.
1 Kings 8 and 15. And he said, blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
The Lord don't deal with everybody. He's the God of what? God of, so read that part again. Blessed be what?
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
Not so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians. Of who?
Of Israel.
Right? And not so-called white people. Of Israel. Not of so-called Chinese people. Of Israel. Not of so-called African people. Of Israel, man. Keep going.
Which spake with his mouth unto David, my father, and hath with his hands fulfilled it.
Another Israelite.
Saying, since the day that I brought forth my people.
His who?
My people.
Oh, man. Keep going.
Israel.
Who?
Israel.
There you go. That's the Lord's people. Back to the point.
Out of Egypt.
Okay.
I chose no city out of all the tribes of Israel to build an house.
All right. That's it on that. Isaiah 51:4. So hearken unto me, my people, Israel. See? And give ear unto me, O my nation. For a law shall proceed from me. Right? You want to follow the laws of America. And then you people hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? So-called white man, he don't even follow his own laws, man. You know, people get arrested, they don't get their Miranda rights read to them, you know, etc., man. And we're not out here protesting either. We're the Israelites waking up to wake up the so-called Negroes, aka blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians before America is destroyed, man. Right? And all you damn heathens go into slavery for what you've done to the children of Israel, man. Right? You walk around knowing so-called blacks, Latinos, and so-called Native American Indian people were special, you know? But you mocked and ridiculed us, man. You stole our customs and used us up, man. You know? So we're out here to tell you the Lord has a law for you, man. Right? That's the good news. There's more. Well, what am I standing here for? What it tell you that? Lord willing, I can get that. It say, man, I used to get that scripture all the time. I can't even remember. Basically, people like Paul, like, yo, you follow rules in the world, so you a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? I can't follow no law. What y'all do for fun? What you do for fun under the so-called white man rule shit, man? You know what I'm saying? He said curfew. What did the Lord give you curfew out of here? You see that? Explain that. Let me keep going. So-called white man's law, bugged out. Esau. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near. My salvation is gone forth. It's already on the way, man. It's pending. But you, Jason, you can't. You don't know where the X is at. The Lord didn't tell you where the X is at, man. So maybe like what's that? I forget what that game called. When they be like, you gotta look for something, and you gotta close your eyes, and the person gotta tell you when you getting close, hot or cold. You know what I'm saying? You Jay's cold, man. You far off. Yeah, Marco Polo. You know what I'm saying?
Marco Polo.
You know? Right. That's some history right there. But, you know, goddamn, you way off, man. You nowhere near that salvation that's on the way. The Lord said he pulling up right here. He ain't say he pulling up to no so-called blacks, so-called Native American Indians, no so-called Latinos. He pulling up for those people that know they're truly Israelites, right? And they done turned their way back, and they're getting hot because they're pressing towards the mark. One more time on that. What you had? They're pressing towards the mark. They're getting hot.
Philippians 3:14.
Oh, yeah.
I press toward the mark.
Marco Polo, what do they say when you win the game? You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, that's going to be said. How we play Marco Polo, I don't even remember. But we press toward the mark. When you press it toward the mark, you're getting hot, man. Now you need to find out how to press toward the mark. What direction, right? It's the Bible, man. Go ahead.
Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of power in Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach.
All right, let me get this. Isaiah 51:5. My righteousness is near, right? Because you're getting close when you're pressing towards the mark, man. You following what the scriptures is telling you, man. You doing what the scriptures is telling you, man. You linking with the brothers, you know what I'm saying? If you see a wise man, it said basically let your foot We're his doorstep, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get what that means, basically, you with that brother so much, it's like his porch is like your damn shoes. You know what I'm saying? See that? That's what the Lord said do, man. Ridiculous, man. Ones out here take cheeks and stuff all up and say, my righteousness is there, my salvation is gone forth, and my arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on mine arm shall they trust. You know, so the isles is like on the islands, because Israelites is on the islands too, the people of the West Indies. So it's tons of good news, man. Salvation is coming. What is salvation? Somebody get Luke 1:70. Start at the 69 first. Baba Kushab. Getting co-into it. You know what I'm saying?
Psalms 69 verse 35. It says, for Yahweh will save Zion and will build the cities of Judah.
You saying who?
He will save Zion.
Right? Zion is another word for Israel.
And will build the cities of Judah.
He's gonna build the cities. Why he build the cities? Because the cities are the true cities of Judah is desolate, man.
That they may dwell there and have it in possession.
So, but I thought the Jews was already living in Judah. You see that? Cut out of there.
It says,
Where are we at? Psalms. Go ahead.
It says this verse 36. It says, the seed also of his servants shall inherit it.
The seed, not the those that fake follow the religion of it. And it's not a religion. It's a bloodline that has a culture, a heritage. It ain't no damn. It's not no damn religion.
That's what they try to do. They try to make this a religion,
Right.
and that's where all the folly. That's where everything falls.
It all falls down right there.
This is a book of heritage and history for an exclusive people.
We just talked about it, and then we just tell you how we go about it.
Last part says, and they that love him, they that love his name shall dwell therein.
See? They that love his what?
They that love his name.
So God is not a name, man. It's a title. It's a position. It's his position in the workplace, right? God is the highest position, right? Power, right? He's the power. That's why, because God just means power. That's why he's not just power. He's almighty power. Allah Shadia, right? Because God is what? Allah. He Allah Shadia. You know, he's God Almighty, meaning power almighty. Right?
This is Luke 1. Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, power of Israel.
Yep.
For he hath visited and redeemed his people. And he, it's like it.
See, we already redeemed, man. See, because that link up with the pending part. He said salvation near, man. It's already on the way. You seeing more chariot sightings, so-called UFO sightings, so-called white man losing his dang mind. He being sat on fire, you know what I'm saying, by his police officers. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of stuff the Lord got going on right now, man. Yeah, of course.
Verse 69. And has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
No justice, no peace, no sub, and all this other crap, right? Listen to this.
They said, fuck the racist ass police.
And then some dumbass damn so-called black man gonna ask for, I think he asked for 12 trillion in reparations. Let's read this. This is Isaiah 45 and 25. It say, in the Lord, or in Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. One more time. Isaiah 45 and 25. Because at this point, it's all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So everything we do is in the name of the Lord. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. No justice, no peace, though. How you gonna ask your oppressor for justice?
No.
He was putting to you to punish you, man. Not to appease you. That's your people. You don't know what's going on.
Y'all gotta understand that he know what he doing. He understands what he's doing. It's not by some kind of coincidence that they put us under their feet. And we've been under their feet.
This is Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. You know, I have said ye are gods, and all you are the children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Right? So, arise, O power, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Because the Lord finna make all these nations bow down. The so-called white man, ain't not gonna be his own God no more. You know, he gonna serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and then the Lord gonna kill him and get rid of him after 1,000 years. You know, and if you want to join hand in hand with him, you so-called blacks, you so-called AKA Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indians, you're gonna die with the so-called white man, man. Thus saith the Holy Bible. Go ahead. What you finish off what you was reading? Because what's the good point? See, that's why you get turned off, because you don't hear the balance of it. You just can't talk about how you're gonna die. What makes you why do you love, you know what I'm saying, this? Why do you do what you do? You know? Because we understand there's a prize that comes with this, man. You keep your eye on the prize, man. Of course. Keep going.
Continue from Psalm 69.
Yeah, because we ain't get the point. What's the point? What's salvation? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Luke 1 and verse 69.
So for those that do understand and don't walk on in darkness, right? The Lord, he has salvation near unto you. He's keeping, look, we just be good. You know what I'm saying? We be good. You ain't gotta worry about a bottle rocket flying upside your damn head. Esau coming with I seen, man, I gotta post that. I seen a damn, man, this Edomite cop was beating the hell out of this Jake downtown, bro. I never seen somebody get hit so hard with a nightstick. Like, he was beating him worse than Rodney King with him. He hit him so hard across his head with that nightstick, man. I'm gonna have to pull it up on the phone. I'm talking about the dude did like a backflip. Like, he ran up on him, like charged him, and he hit him, like he whacked him across his head, and the Jake fell straight on his back, and he like got to whacking him again. People were screaming like, why not? It was talking about how they enforcing curfew. You know what I'm saying? That's not salvation. That Jake has no salvation, because he looked like a so-called Latino. But go ahead, brother.
Real quick, I was gonna say, they got another video where they got all these Edomite police officers running down the street yelling to everybody, go inside, go inside.
Oh, then they start shooting the bullets.
Yeah, they had like paint bullets that they were shooting at people when they was on their porch.
They go to the Edomite neighborhoods and do that
and the so-called white man can't save you,
right,
man. He an Edomite, man. He has no mercy written for him in the scriptures, and the scholars of the earth know that, man. Of their own schooling. He cannot save you, man. You build a so-called white man can't save you, man. They can't escape from their history. That's what's happening to America. People think they can. He's not a meal ticket, man. No one's a meal ticket. This truth is your meal ticket, man. This is the only way you getting out of this thing, man. Coming back into your heritage. If you're a so-called black, so-called Latino, and so-called Native American Indian, man. That's the only way. That's your only meal ticket, man. Exactly. Yep. That's gonna be good for later. Once we working it up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. It's like a lesson in the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Luke 1 and 69. And has raised up a horn of salvation.
Of what?
A horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. And he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
The Lord give you all the game. You just got to open it up, and you got to have a man teach you, man. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Really, the Lord got to come in and knock on your mind. And he got to make you open to receive it. And he just used men. That's how it works, man. You know? You know? Since you going there, let's also get 1 John 1-27. Might be, yeah, 1:27. So that's salvation, man. No, you didn't finish that. Keep going. There's more on that.
Verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies.
There you go, man. You're not gonna have to worry about getting a damn nightclub beside your head, man. From your enemy. Right? Somebody get Deuteronomy 28:60, 66. Sorry, 66.
You call 1 John 1:27?
Yeah.
Or is it just regular John?
No, it's 1 John. Somebody get the Deuteronomy first. Yeah, 66. Yeah, go ahead. That's it.
It's Deuteronomy 28:66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life. Ready again?
Yeah, go ahead.
This
Keep going. See the next one. Go ahead.
It says, in the morning thou shalt say, would Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua it were even? And even thou shalt say, would Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua it were morning?
You know what I'm saying? Because you so-called blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians, you do everything in the name of Jesus. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we do Deuteronomy saying, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. As the Lord say, do all things. We in the time of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in the time of us praying straight to Yahweh no more. That's over with. You know? Go ahead. Yahweh Shah is our Savior. In the name of Yahweh. Go ahead.
It says, for the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
All right, all the stuff going on right now. Keep going.
It's, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Yeah, that's the point.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Now, who went into slavery by ships? Right? So-called blacks, man. Who had their land conquered by men coming off of ships? So-called Native American Indians, so-called Latinos. You know what I'm saying? But you don't give a damn no more. So the Lord, he not going to give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get Jeremiah 7:14. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
That's next up. Jeremiah 7:14. That's hot. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto your who?
Unto your enemies.
You shall be what?
Sold.
Who is sold? So-called blacks, aka Negroes. You know what I'm saying? And Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got sold too. You know? Sold unto, one more time from the top.
This Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Oh man, you got Egypt on the back of your dollar. You know what I'm saying? You was taught you came over here by ships, which is true. All in the Bible. Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
And you never seen your homeland again. You don't care. Or look, you think he he out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? In the name of how about Shemel Shah, man? Go ahead.
And there ye.
But we ain't worried about all that, man. A lot of you women gonna die because of the man you with, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these men, so-called black men, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American men, they're not obtaining to what they're supposed to actually be obtaining to on this earth. That's why they're dying in abundance. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
See? Who was sold? So-called blacks, aka Negroes, man. We walk around all day like that ain't happening, man. You don't even ponder on that no more.
She was curious.
Right, she was looking back like she wanted to hear the word.
He didn't want to hear nothing.
You see what I'm saying?
He didn't want to hear
I'm
nothing.
telling you, bro. Somebody get 11 and bring that up. Go ahead. Get Isaiah 11 and 12. Bro, the Lord is all in the scriptures.
Jeremiah 7:14. Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name,
See?
wherein ye trust, and into the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I have done to Shiloh. Shiloh.
Place of peace, man. Go ahead.
And I will cast you out of my sight,
Yep, he did that, didn't he?
as I have cast out all your brethren,
2016.
even the whole seed of Ephraim.
Because the Jews is the last Israelites to leave the land of Israel, right? The real Jews, the true Jews, I should say, right? Who left first? So-called, who people understand today to be the so-called Native American Indians and the Latinos. That's Ephraim.
Northern Kingdom.
When Yahushua came, when Jesus, so-called Jesus walked the earth and he went to Jerusalem, the main people that was there was just Jews, just so-called blacks, the Southern Kingdom. That was all that was left. You had some of the Northern Kingdom left. I'm gonna tell you that in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the Northern Kingdom they was over here. They was gone already, man. Like they were literally living when Yahushua over here when Yahushua was already walking the earth. During when he was walking the earth. And there's also beliefs that Yahushua came over here before he departed. Wami Kina. Go ahead. 16. He was out here last week. See? Same spirits. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 16. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee.
See? He said pray not for these people, man. We didn't get it when it was hot, but it still makes sense. That's it, 4-1. You know? Go ahead, bring that out, man.
This one.
Go ahead, bring it straight out. 4-1. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And in that day,
And that what?
and in that day,
Okay.
7 women shall take hold of one man.
Because there's going to be so many Jakes getting put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Jakes is not so-called blacks, so-called aka Negroes, so-called Native American Indians, so-called Latinos. The men, you're not obtaining to what you're supposed to be obtaining to on this earth. That's why you dying in abundance, man. This is why we're the ones mainly targeted, man. Because you're not obtaining to what you're supposed to. You're going to lose your women, man. You know, because women, they're about surviving, man. These women not even really with you, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? She just where the Lord put her at, man. You know what I'm saying? You got some good men that understand the use of things. You know what I'm saying? They understand the use of things, man. You know? And a lot of you so-called so-called black men, so-called Latino men, and so-called Native American Indian men, you just been messing over all women. You know what I'm saying? Man she's supposed to been with, he get to her. She trash now. You know what I'm saying? She defiled, man. Cause you want to be a simp. You know? That's why if the men of a nation are a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, like weaklings, man, that nation finished, man. And then if the women wicked too, they finished. Because men, how it is now, the men want what the women want. So if the women wicked, it's over with, man. That's why the Lord don't get it twisted. A lot of you women gonna die. If a man of the Lord don't want you, you dying, man. Period. Keep going, huh? How the hell you Lord say something like that and she actually looked back? Are you serious?
He looked back like 5 times. He kept the straight game.
His bald head, he had a bald head kind of
Bald
thing.
head,
Yeah,
bald
man.
head, bald nugget.
You niggas some suckers, man.
She wanted to stop. I mean, I contacted at least 3 times. But
Right.
scripture speaking.
We ain't making this up, man.
Right.
Start from the top and keep going.
Go from the top.
Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man,
And that
saying, Salak, go ahead.
no, it's like that, and that proved exactly what she did. What I just said. She wasn't with that man. She wasn't
crazy.
with him. She looked back. He didn't
was
look
scouting.
back.
Did he
She
even
was
look at her
scouting.
and check her? Like,
Nothing
no.
at all.
No.
Not at all.
He didn't want to look.
He was. It's like
No, his spirit got cut. He was like,
He was.
I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do.
Like I said, she
What's
was
the
not with that man. Go ahead and read.
And we don't want you niggas women, man.
Con.
That's adultery. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand what the Lord's saying, man. And when you meditate, that's why you say meditate it. You got it. Logical ways is gonna happen. You niggas gonna get killed. That's not as law. Why you think Could somebody get a man is under a woman? I think that's in Romans. I think it's like the 8th chapter, as long as he lives. You know what I'm saying? Why you think King David killed Uriah? I believe his name was. You know what I'm saying? Why you think he killed him and had him go to war so he can get killed? So he can get Bathsheba, man. Because he knew the law. You see that? That's why he did that, man. When you niggas dead and these women, you got all type of women you not even supposed to have, bro. Like, to be honest, man. Because a woman is a possession. You're supposed to use a woman, man. And her, she's a treasure chest, man. She's a chest that's supposed to hoard treasures, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? But you can't, if you were Jake, so-called black man, so-called Native American, Indian man, and so-called Latino man, obtaining to nothing but treasures, it's like if you buy your son a ton of toys and you buy him a box to put them in, but you keep buying him toys, he's not gonna be able to put all his toys in that chest. You know what I'm saying?
In that one box.
All his treasures in that chest. So he's gonna need another box. That's why it's lawful for a man to take another woman, because that woman can't bear all of what a man has a high that's truly on his A game. Can't take a man, man. I mean, a woman can't take a man that's really on his A game, man. Because a man exerts. You know what I'm saying? He constantly, you'll wear that woman out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking like in a carnal sense. I'm just talking about in actual sense, man. She can't hold all the knowledge you got for her, man. She can't even do half the things you can show her. You know what I'm saying? On this side, maybe in the kingdom, yes. It ain't even maybe. Because they are Israelite women. And your wives are only supposed to be an Israelite women. You know? Some of you want to marry the so-called heathens, and you want to treat the Israelite woman like trash. You know? That's why our nation just bugged out, bro. Keep going.
I was gonna say, also we liken it to lions, and if you look into the lions, they females very strong, you know.
Yeah, the woman, yeah, exactly. The lions, you study lions, that's right. The female lions, they go out and hunt. You know what I'm saying? The males sit at home and chill until it's time for him, you know what I'm saying, to wreck shop. Because Mars trying to come destroy his pride, man. It's Romans 7 and somebody want to bring it out. You can start at Romans 7 and 1. 7 and 1. Go ahead.
It's Romans chapter 7 verse 1. It says, "Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law."
See, he speaks to them that know the law. So you can't even have a conversation with men that's not of degree. See, because we went into that. What's true degree? What's college degree? What's amat mailah? You know what I'm saying? You think you getting a college degree make you intellectual, and it really makes you a robot. Your college degrees have programmed you to become a robot. You know nothing, man. If you were to almost bleed out, would you know how to stop it? Would you know that there are herbs that can help stop it? Would you know which herb? No, because you've been attaining to nothing, man. You've been spending your time and money on things that's like fast food, man. It don't stick to you, man. Yeah, 4 on the word, no man. Go ahead.
For I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
One more time, listen to this. Go ahead.
It says, for I speak to them that know the law.
See? So Jakes, they got some sense.
How that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
Right? Because being an Israelite man. Because the law was only given to Jacob. Can somebody get that real quick? Let's keep proving points. Psalm 78. Yeah, you can get any scripture you know that prove that. No, let's get this real quick, just so they know. I think it's 78 and 1. Something like that. Keep the side of it. Got it.
It's Psalm 78 and verse 5. It says, "For he established a testimony in Jacob."
Oh man, and a what?
a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel.
Oh man, see that? So you can finish it and just jump back to the point. See that? It's only for Israel, man. Once again, it's only for the Lord's people, man. You had that too. Get that, what was that, the peculiar people scripture you had?
Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them.
Oh, you see how heavy that link up? We talking about treasures. You see it? The script, the spirit is crazy, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's gonna link up too. This is crazy. Go ahead. This is not even intentional. This is happening. Go ahead.
Psalms 135 and verse 4. For Yahweh has chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure.
See? So the Lord, he after treasures too. You see that? We his treasure, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get Isaiah 48 and 10. Yeah, bring that up. Exactly.
Proverbs 8 and 21. That I may cause those that love me to inherit substance.
See?
And I will fill their treasures.
Oh my goodness, man. He gonna fill your treasure chest, man. Because you actually about obtaining to him. And if you're about attaining to him, you're gonna attain true degree. That's why so-called white man like using that word degree, college degree. Right? It's truly being on the level. But if you're attaining just college degrees, you can have all 4 of them, right? However many you can obtain to, right? You truly don't know anything, man. Right? It's a McDonald's meal. College degree is a McDonald's meal.
Look, I just said you could probably only attain 2 or 3 of those in your whole life. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, hold on that. Let him finish this.
I was about to go there, but I ain't gonna go there.
Let him read what he just read again. Read that one more time. 8 and 21.
Proverbs 8 and verse 21. That I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures.
See, this is an inheritance, man. Your promises. This is the gospel, back full circle, right? When you love the Lord, you do what? You keep his commandments, man. You see that? Read that one more time.
Oh, it's like the brother said. He said it's a full circle. That's a full understanding.
That's complete balance.
That's 360 degrees. So what you gonna do with your 2?
This Romans chapter 7 verse 1. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
So, see, he talking to all his brethren. He said, know ye not, brethren. All you Jakes don't know. All you so-called black men, so-called Native American Indian men, and so-called Latinos, you don't know. I'm talking to those of you that know. That know they're Israelites. Because when you know you're an Israelite, you know the law. You know what I'm saying? So see, I thought the law was done away with. Read that again. You can just eat on something just over and over, man. Just constantly get something new out of it.
This is Romans 2.
And this is New Testament, man. This is Romans. The backbone of the Romans.
The fake pastors. This Romans 7, chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 1. Chapter 7, verse 1, my bad. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
Man, that's so nasty. He ain't talk, and that also show you what? This ain't for everybody. It's the elect of Israel, man. You know? Some of you just gonna keep walking up down the street to the Lord, blow your damn brains out, man. Literally, Brent. Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, cause I did see some woman talking to Priest Kahan saying that the law was for the Israelites, but this is what she said, until after we had delivered Yahweh Shah. Yeah, that's what
they always
do.
It's the same trips. We able to, Lord, he done put the tools out here for his men to cut them off.
And they act like the Lord didn't know he was coming
to die,
to be sent back.
And by his own.
He knew that from the beginning. That's all. He preached that the whole gospel.
This is crazy. It's so many so-called black men walking around today. I've never seen this. You know what I'm saying? And with they women, man. Like, what are you? This your woman, bro. Sophia. brothers, they don't even know what that is.
Man,
You know
they
what
don't
I'm
even know.
saying? Go ahead, man. Jake don't know what that is.
This Romans
That's the best one right here. Go ahead.
chapter 7, verse 1. It says, Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
Right?
For the woman which hath a husband
Get the point.
is bound by the law to her husband
Oh, man.
so long as he liveth.
Oh, man. Keep going.
But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the way, from the law. She is loose from the law of her husband.
6 and 1.
If I get 3, 2.
6. Go ahead.
It's, Romans chapter 7, verse 3. It says, So then if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress.
See?
But if
So you women that done have 5 marriages, 2 marriages, you're adulterer. And they tell you can't even inherit the kingdom. And the kingdom on earth, it ain't when you get to the sky. That's why you so willing to just go get married again. Because you've been taught, right, over time, that to not take this as serious. The law don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody being stoned no more. Ain't nobody upholding it. Because the Lord finna come stone you. That's why. He was letting us do it first. Judge you by the law. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get Matthew 10:34.
Let me get this Isaiah. No, not Isaiah.
Let him finish and then you whatever you got. Go ahead.
it says, so then, I'm going to start. So then if, while her
Because
husband,
it's the point. Verse 3. Go ahead.
while her husband liveth,
Uh-huh.
she be married to another man,
Uh-huh.
she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead,
Fingers.
she is free from the law.
If her what?
If her husband be dead, she is free from the law.
So the Lord, if you men ain't attaining to what you supposed to attain to, the Lord kills you. Not a woman you was all head over heels for. She open for whatever, man. And the Lord will clean her, make her perfect, and you come back as a baby now. Now a man of the Lord that was attaining to what he was supposed to, a so-called black, aka Negro, so-called Native American Indian man, so-called Latino man. All the men of those people attaining to this truth, right? They're obtaining to this truth, man. They're gonna damn near inherit your women. You gonna come back like a baby. A woman you you ran into the truth. She didn't want you to hear it, because ultimately the Lord didn't want you. She did this to you then. All right, baby, let's go. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got you killed. You come back as her baby now. And another man that was trying to talk to you
Bro, she back.
and bring you in, he got your woman now. That's how the Lord can do it.
He gonna son you. That's it. You gonna be his son.
He gonna son you. Exactly. It's all in the scriptures.
But look, that go back to Isaiah 4:1.
Yeah, go back to it. Go ahead. That's all
Isaiah
we got
4:1. And in that day, 7 women.
Bro, look at this. Look at this. This you can't make this up, bro. Go ahead, man. I've never seen so many men today, bro. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man,
So-called black men. Go ahead. You're the Jews, man. Right?
saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Because my man, he was off. He didn't know anything. He wasn't attaining to anything. Cause I found out this power named Yahweh that created everything, he really was real. He killed him in front of me, and I just wanted, you know what I'm saying? And the man, Lord, gonna look at it like, Lottie gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But you that's actually hitting on something, you know what I'm saying? And it's really other the Father. Because the Father gonna put the Spirit on him to do what he wants with you. Because it ain't, man, we ain't no meal ticket either. A man of the Lord ain't gonna play with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna play with no damn woman, man. You know? This woman don't even play with me. So I'm gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? Weak. And you have no degree, man. You're not on any level, man. Esau done gave you 4 degrees. So you only on level 4. 4. Are you serious?
And that's rare to have folk.
The number 4.
Number 4.
You can count that and be, okay, this is my 1 degree, this is my 2 degree, this is my 3rd degree, and this is my 4th. That's it, bro? That's the highest you went? Man, these niggas is crazy, bro. These all ran a circle around you people. You people are foolish toddlers, man. toddlers are smarter than these people, man. You people going to school for 12 years to get a stupid piece of paper. And within most of that time, you really didn't even learn what you wanted to learn.
You didn't learn nothing.
I still got Matthew 10:34.
Bring it out.
This is Matthews, chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
And it's another way you men gonna die. Somebody get Matthew 20 and 22, the wedding garment, man. I believe that's it. Got it?
Matthew.
Should be somewhere in there. Go ahead. Wedding garment. That's it. 18. I tried 20. If it ain't chapter 18, it's 22nd chapter. It's been a minute. It's 20 seconds. 22nd and this is gonna kind of go into question. Matter of fact, no, start at 5.
Matthew chapter 22 and verse 5. But they made light of it.
See, you made light of hearing that, man. You made light of hearing that this truth. Man, he talking about so-called black man, so-called Native American Indian man, so-called Latino man. You made light of that. We telling you his name ain't Jesus. We telling you he's a so-called black man. We telling you he coming back to not bring peace and give out hugs and give you that. And come laugh at the dudes that make jokes about what if when Jesus so-called come back, so-called Jesus come back, he smokes weed with us. He smokes a doobie with us. We telling you he ain't playing with that when he come back. We telling you he bringing a sword, man. He coming back to kill you because you ain't been attaining to the true treasures, man. Because if you was attaining to true treasures, what did that mean? Proverbs 8 and 21. You will be loving the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? What is love? You know what I'm saying? 1 and 6, man. You know what I'm saying? These so-called heathens smarter than you, so-called black, man. Go ahead. I think it might be third John. 3 John, no, that ain't it.
You want me to keep going?
What was you reading again? No, we
22 and 5.
We gotta get this point. No. Slow up right there. It's 3 John. It might be 2nd. 2 John 6 verse 6. 2 John 1 and 6. Go ahead. Listen to this.
This 2 John, chapter 1, verse 6. And this is love.
What?
And this is love. This is way after. This is so far. I can't really say that. But
This is too much into the New Testament. Too much.
Right, they be flipping through it like this.
It goes that deep.
Pages left. It's gotta be true.
It says, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Oh man, read that again. It's just that plain.
That's a,
I thought the law was done away with.
man.
I thought the law was fit. You Jay's gonna die. Baby, the pork don't, baby. Man, T Snake's gonna get you killed, man. He gonna get you put to death, man. You know?
To link up with that.
That girl kept saying too. She was like, she brought out another scripture talking about God is love, God is this, unconditional stuff like that. And he was like, Chris Kyle was like, those are attributes of love. What is the actual definition? Those are just, that's how you show it. This is telling you what the definition is. You can show it through these ways because you still gotta show him love to them. So you gotta be unconditional.
That's that. Everybody be trying to come up with their own definition for love, but that's that. But y'all not the creator of love.
Ooh, good, well said.
You're not the creator of love. So how can you try to come up with your own? You're not the potter. You're the clay.
And the only way
Get
to
that.
obtain
Said
that,
to him,
the only way
Romans 15. We're gonna stay in the New Testament.
the only way to obtain that is to go to the potter.
Romans 9, 14.
Get you a personal relationship with the potter.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only way that you're gonna obtain
You said 15.
that knowledge of what love is. It's the only way. And that's what we've been preaching all day. You gotta get back to the Father.
They just say that on not to go on left, but they just say that on the Illuminati joint. Oh, wake up, watch this or something like that, whatever it was called. I still like, he's gonna come back.
Yeah, that's how it'll come back heavy.
He's like, if you want power, he's like, you gotta go to the source.
You gotta go to the source.
You know what I'm saying? So you people ain't obtaining power by going to Harvard. That's not going to the source. You know what I'm saying? You an idiot, man. You a grade A idiot.
Right.
Oh, got this fear too.
This is in the audio. What was it? You said one was going
Sorry, not sorry. Go ahead. Which one? 9 and 15. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wait, you talking about 14. You talking about
Right here. Start at 18. Go ahead. You see this? So-called white man can't save you. He going into slavery. You know what I'm saying? He's going into slavery. All you so-called black, aka Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians,
Look at you, sir.
you're gonna die for being joined hand in hand with him. He's written to go into slavery because he led into slavery. He led people into slavery, right? Your own people. He gonna be thrust through with the sword. So-called white man ain't coming back, man. He not coming out that sky, man. So-called black man created all this, and his so-called red behind. You know, his so-called white behind. You know, that's just the truth. Go ahead.
Romans 9 and 18.
Matter of fact, started, he have mercy on who he have mercy. Matter of fact, started 15. Go ahead. Matter of fact, started 14.
Right, I was just gonna say 14 Loki heavy too, so that's it. You might as well start at 13. Fine. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then?
You got it?
Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh?
Because the Lord did what he wanted to do. He unrighteous. Is that what you gonna say? Keep going.
Yahweh forbid.
No. In other words, hell no. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
There you go. He's doing your boss. He do what he want to do. Go ahead.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Because the Lord is balanced, right? He don't just continuously pick left. He picks right sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you a horrible basketball player that you learn that in basketball. They say you go left too much. You go to your right too much. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You ain't balanced. That's what he basically telling you. Go ahead.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth.
It don't matter what this person do. It don't matter how hard you work, how bad you want it. It don't matter what you want. Go ahead.
Ooh, God, I
Go ahead.
gotta show you the good thing.
Go ahead.
But of Yahweh that showeth mercy. Keep going.
Oh yeah, way more.
Kind. Verse 17.
So
For
you're not. It ain't about Lord. Really, what that's telling you is not. It's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? The Lord does what He wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
This will have Job confounded.
That's how deep it is. Like this is scripture right here, Philippians. You know, He ultimately controls whether or not you gonna do something to receive mercy. That's how deep it is. You can think it's you. You can think it's you. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the law and not doing this, and He kill you tomorrow. Is there unrighteousness with God? No. But really, that you got to know the scriptures even on the deeper level, because it tell you whoever perishes being righteous. So if you was so-called keeping the law, why did He kill you? Right? If you was so-called being righteous, why did He kill you? You clearly weren't keeping it right, or you did some in your past life. You know what I'm saying? The Lord know what He doing, man. It ain't nothing you can do, man. There's nothing you can ultimately do when you understand it, man. It's outside of your grasp. You know what I'm saying? You can't grasp the Most High. You can't even grasp the air. Even if you could grasp a little part of it, you can't grasp the air. It's impossible.
And that's the whole concept right there.
Unless He makes it possible.
The Most High works on such a high level, and you down here on earth questioning fleshy things. You know, the Lord got to bring the sun up he got to bring the sun down, you know? So it's more important things that the Lord have to take care of. And what Ak was saying about grasping air, that's a thing. The Lord understand that. But that's beyond you to understand. That's beyond us to understand. That's the power of the Most High.
Let him bring this out.
Go ahead.
It's Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. It says, for it is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
What's that word? It what?
For it is Yahweh.
Slow down. It what? What's right after it?
Is.
So read it one more time.
For it is.
See? Facts, man. It's factually written right here. It say it is. Now it is what? One more time from top. Bible y'all call where you at?
It's Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. It says, for it is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
See, but it just told you it's not him that will it. You see that? It's not you that will it. And really, I was really saying, it don't matter if you will it, because it's what the Lord is controlling you at the end of the day. One more time. Let's get the point.
It's Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. For it is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, which worketh in you.
One more time.
It's Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. For it is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
So, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. So if he makes you have a will, he makes you do of things he like, that will also have to mean he also has you do of things he don't like, man. Somebody watch over them for destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord can lead you into doing things to get you killed, man. You got to understand these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to back you up on that potter's clay scripture. Jump back to Romans 9 real quick. Finish up where you was at.
Romans 9 and verse 18. Therefore has he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
See? It's just him having mercy. Because if he be like, go left. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go left. If he be like, go right. He's gonna do everything I want you to do. And I actually like it. He's gonna save you. So it just comes down to the Father at the end of the day. So you people just got to simply understand, yeah, right there. Fine. That's good.
Romans 9 and 18. Therefore has he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he harden.
See, and whom he will, he hardened. When you go back to Egypt, you learn about the Pharaoh. What did they say? The Lord hardened his heart to where he wouldn't listen to what Moses had to say. The Lord made him do that. You think Pharaoh was stupid enough to, if he was told and seeing that, okay, me having this people gonna make me lose everything, not just dumb, but everything, he would have. No, the Lord did that, man. Hey, you dealing with another. The Lord is the power, man. He do what he want to do. Go ahead. Question the wrong things, man, but don't question whether or not I should be signing up for this dang job when my people's brought over here on slave ships. You know what I'm saying? And then, don't question if I should even be asking you for reparations. What am I asking you for and you took from me? You know what I'm saying? And then, not even questioning if I should be worrying about reparations or how. You know what I'm saying? Because it tell you, Isaiah 45:25, the seed of Israel gonna receive justice and glory from the Lord. You ain't getting no reparations from this damn devil, man. He put you in slavery. Why do you think you're gonna get reparations from him, man? He stole. He didn't earn, he stole. Then why are you asking? You just off. You just simple as a man. Go ahead, man. Simple. You had that scripture earlier. Oh, you simple ones, man. You people seeing a change in the earth right now, man. Right? All so-called black black so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and Native American Indian men, they ain't coming out of this thing, man. They're gonna stay asleep. They're gonna follow up behind their women, right? And the Lord gonna put them to death according to the Bible, man. So-called white man, his women, all of them going to slavery, according to the Bible. You heathens going to slavery, and Israel is gonna be put back as the power of the earth. The Lord's about to come, who's a so-called black man. His name's not Jesus, his name is Yahweh Shai. Whether you believe it or not, he gonna put you to death, man. And he gonna take his kingdom, man. And it's gonna be set up. It's just in a nutshell, man. Good scripture. Finish that in Romans. It's all there.
Verse 19. Romans 9 and 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault?
So if the Lord just wanted to kill everybody and just, what, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of even trying? Like that thing, weak Edomite came up here and said last week. Told him, so he's just gonna kill me, I'm just never gonna find out.
That's why I don't like to hear about this stuff.
I got this on.
I sound like a little girl. Go ahead. With a girl, but I got the nerve to be holding hands with a girl. So that's why high priest Ariel used to say what he said, man, it's talk about white man, just fucking flaming fucking, you know. Y'all ain't really with women, man. You a woman. You a woman, you teaching men they can wear dresses. Young Thug gotta put a dress on to get rich. Yeah. Are you serious, bro? That's you. Dennis Rodman wearing wedding dresses. Why you didn't condemn him? This is your kingdom. Instead, you glorify him.
Glorified it.
Dennis Rodman known for wearing a wedding dress, man. He's dang near 7 feet tall, literally. Look up his height, Dennis Rodman. And he a Jake, so-called black man, man.
Humiliation.
Bugged out, man.
For who has resisted his will?
You can't resist the Lord's will. So it don't matter if you think you want to get mad or not. The Lord will have you get happy. You know what I'm saying? This is, you people don't know what's going on, man. Go ahead. You don't know your maker. It's like a toy walking around, like a toy figure, action figure, not knowing he was created and really believing that. Like someone whole made you, and you have no sense of that. So that means you have no sense. You have no sense. You are without sense walking around.
That's like the Lego movie. This man walking around and stuff, thinking he just some human being.
Yeah, he really thought that.
But he come outside into the real world and realize that some man had been playing with him the whole time. But really, all in all, it's still going to the scriptures low key because the man was supposed to be Yahweh, because he was the one that created the whole world and everything.
Hey, what Toy Story was that? That's not like Toy Story 7 or something.
It's the Lego movie, bro.
Oh, it's a Lego movie. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Toy Story.
No, that's actually what's called, Lego movie. Like
Toy Story, it's funny, that's a good example too, because the dude in the beginning, Buzz Lightyear, was subject to basically being broken up because the owner of him, you know what I'm saying, he was a bad little Edomite kid. You know what I'm saying? He used to just break them, and he was like, whatever I want to do to you.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
he wanted to explode them, he wanted to test them, test their legs out, put other legs, like.
He had that right? Right?
Hold on, and then his shirt, he had a damn skull on it, so he showed you. That's what they all about. That death. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing good on their souls, man.
So you people, the toys that done got to the point where you're not making sense no more. You're really a toy. That's how really in the end that movie really stupid, because they're not really. You start having feelings for Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and they toys.
They complete toys with feelings.
Talking about some, I don't want to be, like what?
You gotta think too. People say that like, that's why I said I want to talk to dude. Like, if not him, then who? Like how? Like none of this. There's no possible way that somebody can create water. That's not possible. Nobody can just create sand like this. The simplest elements.
You should want to talk to the creator of that, man. And if you know you've been subjected to, like, dang, you should know in your own body, damn, I didn't make this air. Every one of these other bodies, just like mine, are also breathing. I should want to get in tune with whoever did. You know what I'm saying? Because he's clearly controlling my reality. So that will make the creator want to give you a better reality. Because you got some sense. Like, okay.
Starting to get something.
You get it. Man. And That's how you know it's the Most High. Because now the Lord really giving us that understanding right now, man.
I got a scripture for that too. Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Yeah, that's kind of going into it.
That's at the time. That ain't that time right now.
I got this one. Isaiah 48:10. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver.
Right.
I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Right? He ain't choose everybody, man.
Kind.
Like I said, all so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American men, they not chosen to come into this thing and get some light, get some sense. Some of them are vessels for destruction, man.
Let me get this
Vessels
verse.
of dishonor, man.
Verse
They
11.
was made just to be destroyed. Go ahead.
For mine own sake. Isaiah 48:11. He says, for mine own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another.
Right? So the true representation of the Lord, what he's really about, you're not gonna find in nothing that's not truly his name.
Kind.
So you're never gonna be able to obtain to the things we saying through the name Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not truly his name. You're never gonna attain to the knowledge that we're coming with through the name Jehovah or God, because that's not his name. Like I said, God is a title, it's a position. His name is Yahweh, man. That's why you ain't start hearing about these things till you start hearing about Yahweh. That's the true power, the true name of the power, man. And your name is not just your name, what you're called. Your name is what you're known for. I got a name out here in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying?
He said, for how should my name be polluted?
Because people like, well, I've been going to church all my life and I've never heard this. Because you've been taught other gods. You know what I'm saying? Can somebody get, if another Christ, just search another Christ.